What's up, my people? Welcome to the Madjef lab. Today I'm working with FS Expansion's BFD2, and the purpose of this tutorial is to show you how to use the multiple outputs in the BFD2 so you can process your kick, drum, your snare, hi-hat, and toms and other items separately from the mix. So typically people work with the stereo left and right of the BFD and adjust the ambience and the room sound and so forth. I'm gonna show you a little trick that allows you to go in and separate those instruments so you can process them any way you choose to. All right. So follow along here. I'm gonna create a new project. Real simple, an empty project basically. Okay. I'm just gonna add one audio instrument to begin with. Okay. And when you go down here to choose your instrument, there's FS Expansion BFD. You got a choice of stereo or multiple output. Okay, this is the one we're going to work with, multiple output. Okay, cool thing about this is when it loads up the BFD, let's load a kit real quick. All right, choose this guy here. And while that's happening, let's load up a quick pattern for it to play. Okay, and I'll make it that one right there. Okay, so now here are our sounds, and if I click the pattern to play it, I get my left and right full activity of the BFD. Okay, then I can adjust the ambience, the room, you know, the overhead sound and the direct sound of the kit, and I might be able to get the balance that I want there. But the purpose again of this tutorial is to show you how to use the multiple outputs. All right, so having done that, you notice no unique features here about the channel strip when it's got the BFD on it. But if I switch over to the mixer, notice something that popped up here that isn't visible on the main channel strip, and that's this little plus symbol. If I click on this plus symbol, it gives me an option of spitting out separate stereo outs, okay, from within the software itself. If I keep going, it starts spitting out mono outputs, which is really, really cool, and it's kind of what we're going to be working with today. All right, so having done that, hit play again here. Still got my left and right stereo out. Nothing's changed there, right? No problem. However, when I switch over to my mixer, I have a choice here. By clicking on a fader, I can see now that I've got an option for where I can send these individual sounds. I can send it to that second stereo pair, that third stereo pair, fourth, and so on. And I might want to do that to combine some things, or I might want to send my my ambience or my overheads out to a group, or you know, or my room sound out to a group. I can do that. I can actually assign now my overhead sound to let's put it on stereo bus 3 and 4. I'm going to put my room sound on 5 and 6, and my ambient sound on 7 and 8. In addition to that, go back and I go to my individual kicks. On my kick now, something's called mono 1. What mono 1 relates to in Logic is BFD 17. It's not giving me, it's just counting individual inputs all the way, or outputs all the way down from 1, or the stereo left and right, straight up to 26 or 23 or 24 or whatever it is for those 8 additional outputs. So you've got your 8 stereo sends and you've got your 8 or 16 of individual outputs for mono sounds. So let's assign this kick drum to mono 1. Let's assign this kick drum to mono 2. This is the kick direct out and the mic itself. The top snare, let's put that on mono 3. The bottom snare, mono 4. Got a third snare, let's put that on mono 5. I got a hi-hat, let's put that on mono 6. A high tom, we'll put that on mono 7. A mid tom, mono 8. This tom, mono 9. The ride, mono 10. Cymbal, mono 11. Crash, mono 12. And the overhead, I've already put it on 3, so I'm going to keep that stereo left and right, okay, for the simple purpose of having a nice full overhead sound, which I like, and then I can blend that to taste depending on how much overhead it's actually adding in my sound. So now that I've done that by clicking the magic plus button, and I can also hit the minus button to start taking away things, just highlight a track and click the minus button, start taking things away. So we don't want to do that. So let's keep it that way. Go switch back to my drum kit here so you can see those drums. I like to see those drums when they're clicking and moving, alright? Hit the play button. Voila. What happened? I now have individual drum sounds being sent to various places. Let's mute this. Let's mute that. Got my 3 snares. My 3 snares are happily clicking away. And this should be my my hi-hat. Okay, now the beauty of this is, in this kit I have the choice. Obviously I can go into BFD and tell it I need more of this hi-hat sound, so I go in there and click it. I can turn that up or down, okay, to trim it, give it as much as I want. It's kind of a nice feature to have within BFD, but the beauty of this as an individual sound source now in Logic is I can increase the level of, if I want to. I can add now an insert on here, a dynamic. Let's just pop a compressor on real quick, or just to flaunt the multitude of plugins I have. Let's go over here and find something that we can stick on there to kind of fatten it up a little bit, okay? Can't go wrong with some of these plugins here, so let's go with let's do something really cool. Let's go with an SSL compressor on this joint. And that's just my hi-hat. Nah, maybe not. Let's go with something simpler. Let's go with, say, a very simple mono compressor. Okay? I've just inserted that on that kick. I'm going to increase the gain or the output of it. Change the compression. The attack on it, make it a little tighter. The ratio. I'm now processing that independently of everything else in my kit. Same thing can happen with these snare sounds. Don't like the sound that the 3 snares are giving me, I can just go with the 1. Choose the mic that I want to for my snare. Pop a plug-in on there, obviously. Increase the gain on it just to show you what it's doing. Obviously, there's more I can do than increasing gain, but I'm doing that just to show you that it's actually it's actually working on that plug-in. Okay. Now, if this was an EQ, I can go in there and change this tonal sound of this snare sound, adding some, dropping some PK in there. Again, these are drastic measurements to show you that it's actually affecting that kick sound, and it's changing it. Basically turning this into something different than what was available to me from the kit. So there's a snare. There's a snare I've been tweaking. I can blend these to taste, can create a different sound. I can start adding in that room ambience. Something completely different. You do this for taste. So that's it. It's real simple. We've now taken BFD to another level. It's no longer just a stereo drum machine doing, you know, left and right output. It's now a fully customizable kit that you can use for your productions. Next thing you do is add your instruments and you're off creating the sound that works for you. And you're not just stuck with the stereo sound that's coming out of the BFD. I hope you find this useful. It's a screen flow session. I plan to do a lot more of these, especially if I can help you by showing you little tricks that allows you to get more flexibility and customization in the type of work that you're doing in your studio. So that's it for now. This is Madjef signing off. Peace.